friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be learning about the first life process, which is nutrition. Let us explore about it. Now, what is nutrition? A process of intaking food and its utilization by our body refers to nutrition. Let's get started. So, in this video, we'll be learning about the nutrition in two organisms. The first organism is with the nutrition of plants, and the second one further we'll be reading about the humans. So, first we'll learn about the plants. Let's get started. Nutrition in plants. Nutrition in plants refers to a process by which plants obtains and utilizes the nutrients. Okay, now can you guess how the plants are getting nutrients? Yes, through the process of photosynthesis. Now, can you classify the plants according to their production of food? Yes, we can classify. Obviously, they are autotrophs. But in this video, I will be telling you about some heterotrophic uh, plants also. Okay, then the first one. Generally, all the plants are autotrophs, but there are also some plants which are heterotrophs. First, we'll be learning about the autotrophic plants. All the plants are autotroph. Okay, usually in the autotrophic plants, the general process which is carved out is the photosynthesis. In this process, what happens? The light energy is converted into chemical energy. Okay, this is the key point. Now I will be telling you the word-to-word derivation for photosynthesis. Now, photo means light, and synthesis means combining together. Okay, then in photosynthesis process, what happens? The carbon dioxide, water, and minerals are converted into glucose and oxygen in presence of sunlight and the green substances present on the leaf, which are known as the chlorophyll. Okay. Now, what are the products which are needed for the process of photosynthesis? The first one is the carbon dioxide. Actually, from where we are getting the carbon dioxide, or from where the plant is getting carbon dioxide? And through the stomata. Okay, stomata is a tiny pore which is present on the surface of leaf. Okay, which enables the exchange of gases for the plants. Then, water, which is H2O. It is absorbed through soil. Okay, through the water, through the roots. Okay, now we are watering the plants. What happens after watering? Actually, the roots of the plant will gradually absorb all the water and also the nutrients present in the soil. Okay, then light energy. How the light energy is captured? That through the green substances which are known as the chlorophyll will catch or capture the light energy from the sun. Okay, the solar energy, and keep it to okay, and it will be used for the function. Then, so here is the equation of photosynthesis for you. Carbon dioxide is combined with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. A product which is formed is C6H12 and O6, which is the glucose. Okay, plus O2, which is oxygen. Okay, about this we read already. Now this is the symbolic representation for the whole photosynthesis reaction. Here is a diagram given for you for your better understanding. You can see sunlight is obtained from the sun, then carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, water and minerals from the root. Okay, now sugars are transported through, and finally oxygen is the byproduct which is released into the atmosphere through the stomata. Then here is a word equation given for the photosynthesis. Again, you can refer to it. Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of light or the solar energy and chlorophyll. The formed product is glucose and oxygen. Okay. The second one is the heterotrophic nutrition. We studied about the photosynthesis where the chlorophyll is used especially here in the heterotrophic nutrition. What happens? Actually, some plants do not have chlorophyll. Okay, Especially the autotrophic nutrition. In autotrophic nutrition, photosynthesis occurs due to the main presence of which thing? Now the green jelly-like substances on the surface of leaves, which are the chlorophyll. Okay, chlorophyll actually determines the color of the leaf also. The leaves are green. Why? Because they contain chlorophyll. But some of the plants do not contain chlorophyll and they are non-green. Okay, they are not green. Hence, they are the heterotrophs. Under heterotrophs, you will find the parasitic plants, then insectivorous plants, and saprophytic plants. Okay, then. Now, what are parasitic plants? Actually, parasitic means they will take or derive their nutrition from the host plant, okay, or on which they are relying or they are depending. Okay, they will, for example, best example is amarbel, which is also known as kaskata or dauber. Okay, actually it will derive its nutrition from the plant on which it is climbing. Okay, so have you ever seen kaskata? It is with yellow and thread like slender stem. Okay, then, saprophytic plants. Now, what are saprophytic plants? They usually depend or rely on dead and decaying matter, okay, of the environment. Now, for example, here it is given mushrooms. Mushrooms grow on dead and decaying matter. Have you ever noticed it? And Indian pine, which is monotropa. I hope you are familiar with it. Then, insectivorous plants. These type of plants usually have a mechanism to trap the insects and derive their nutrition from them. Okay. However, the insectivorous plants requirements do not fulfill by only insect. Hence, there are some plants which also process partial which also perform partial photosynthesis and they will also trap the insects. These type of plants are known as partially heterotrophic plants. Okay, they can digest insect as I told you for the insectivorous plants. The best example is the Venus flytrap and the most familiar insectivorous plant is pitcher plant. Then, mineral nutrition in plants. We have completed the nutrition, means how they are taking the nutrition, nutrients, and how they are utilizing it. Now, mineral nutrition, from where they are obtaining the minerals. So, generally, plants obtain the minerals from the soil, okay, from by the help of roots. Now, there are two types of nutrition, macronutrients and micronutrients. Now, macro means large, okay, the things which we need in a large quantity refers to macronutrients, and micronutrient means we need in very small amount. For example, in our lunch, we are taking rice, which is macronutrient, we are taking more, but the curry or a pickle we are taking less. That's why it can be said as the micronutrient. This is a just small example or our imagination I gave you. Okay. In the case of plants, the macronutrients are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. While we talk about the micronutrients, they are iron, manganese, and zinc. Okay, if either it is having a deficiency or if the consumption is excess in any of these nutrients, then the plant will face problem. Okay, so we have completed the plant nutrition. Now we will be learning about the nutrition in human beings. Okay, now nutrition in human beings, it's a very complex process. Okay, let's read about it. Nutrition in human beings. Actually, nutrition, as in the plants, only one process was there, which was the photosynthesis. In case of autotrophic plants, okay, they were only performing the process of photosynthesis and were directly getting energy. But in case of humans, we are having many process. We need to perform many process. Okay, usually the nutrition animals, okay, or the humans especially, okay, consists of five process. The first one is the ingestion, second one is the digestion, third one is the absorption, fourth one is the assimilation, and the fifth one is the egestion or the excretion. Okay, now let's have a brief overview on it. The human alimentary canal. Before we read about this process, now we need to know about human alimentary canal. Now, what is human alimentary canal? The process of nutrition we are performing, but to perform this process, some organs are needed. Okay, so these organs form combine to form the human alimentary canal. In this canal, usually many organs are there which will help in the digestion, absorption, assimilation, okay, of the food which we are taking through ingestion. Okay, now it is also known as digestive tract. Okay, then they also help in eliminating the waste, means excretion also occurs in the alimentary canal. So alimentary canal totally performs the process of nutrition. Okay, now let us read about the function. Now we will be reading about the functions along with the structure of the alimentary canal. So what is the structure of a human alimentary canal? Now from the word you can know canal means it's like means you can tell a single passage, okay, or a pipe, okay, which consists of many organs with their connections. Okay, alimentary canal has approximately 9 meters. Okay, can you imagine how long the alimentary canal is? But still, it is inside our body. Okay, and then the first part or the organ is the mouth or the buccal cavity, which performs the process of ingestion. Okay, in which food is taken in. Okay, then our mouth contains certain things, especially it has tongue, which are used for tasting. Then it has teeth. There are now four types of teeth are there: incisors, canines, molars, and premolars. Okay, these help in chewing, grinding, and then cutting, biting, etc. of doing the food. Okay, now, then the carbohydrates which is present in our food is totally not totally, but some amount or the 30% of them is digested in our mouth only itself. How? That due to the saliva. Now, what is saliva? Saliva is a sticky or jelly type substance which is present in our mouth. Okay. Now, from where it is actually yes, secreted, that is secreted from the salivary glands. Okay, then the second part is pharynx, a muscular tube that connects the mouth to the esophagus. Okay, now pharynx is the connection between the mouth or the buccal cavity and the esophagus. Now, what is the esophagus? It's a tube, okay, which helps in transporting the food from the buccal cavity to the stomach, where the digestion process starts. Now it has rhythmic contractions, okay, known as peristalsis. Okay, peristalsis. Now, what is a peristalsis? Actually, it is the rhythmic contraction. Okay, well, it will gradually the esophagus will deflate. Okay, time to time. Then stomach. From here, the main digestion parts came, which are of the alimentary canal. The first one is the stomach. It's a muscular organ, okay, muscular vessel, which is in a form of a flattened J shape. Okay, it is in the form of flattened J shape, which helps in the breakdown of food using the digestive enzymes. Now, what is secreted in the stomach? In that muscular structure, pepsin, okay, then hydrochloric acid, and especially mucus are secreted in the stomach, okay, where pepsin can digest the protein, the HCl, it will kill the germs and it will also activate the pepsin. As pepsin is a type of substance which needs a acidic medium to be activated. So hence the hydrochloric acid is released. Okay. Then mucus, which is a semi-liquidic mixture. Okay. then it will protect the inner walls of the stomach. How? Now whenever the HCl is removed, actually when the HCl is released, now it will cause the acidity in our stomach. As we read, acids are corrosive in nature, so to prevent that, mucus helps us. Okay, then, so the small intestine divided into three parts. Okay, the small intestine is usually a long tube. Okay, it's around 7.5 meter. Okay, now what are the types? Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Okay, ileum. Okay, now what are the uses of these parts? That they gradually help in the absorption of food. And the small intestine is the actually the part where the complete digestion occurs of a food item. Okay, and where the most digestion, okay, most of the portion of the digestion occurs here. Finally, the digestive enzymes help in breakdowning the different kind of uh, the nutrients present in the food. The first one could be the carbohydrate, which completely breaks down to form to its simplest form, which is glucose. Then the fats, which is converted into glycerol, and the fatty acids. Then the protein, which is converted into amino acid in its simplest form. Okay, now, the small intestine borrows its the digestive enzymes from many organs. For example, from liver, from pancreas, etc. Okay. Now, large intestine. Now, what is large intestine? Actually, it is also called as colon. What is the function of large intestine? After the food, the essential nutrients are absorbed in the small intestine. The leftover food, whatever the watery part is remaining, that will be absorbed by the large intestine or the colon. Okay, and the remaining metal or the byproducts will be sent to the rectum. Okay, then rectum and anus, they are used for excretion after the digestion is completed completely. Okay, complete digestion we have completed. Now the byproducts are left. Now these will be stored in the rectum, which will be later removed by the anus. Okay, here is a human digestive system drawing. You can see generally we are having a digestive system with like this. So mouth, teeth, epiglottis, then salivary glands, pharynx, esophagus, liver, stomach, pancreas, small intestines, rectum, anus, and large intestine. Okay, now now we'll be coming back to the functions. Okay, now we were reading about the functions. The first function was ingestion, which occurs in mouth. Digestion, the process in which the food is break down, okay, which is broken down, the food is broken down into simpler substances with the reaction of digestive enzymes. Okay, and absorption, absorption occurs in the small intestine where villis are present. Villis are the small finger like outgrowths. Okay, this is a key point for you. These are present to increase the surface area of the small intestine. Okay, which help in absorption. After absorption, assimilation occurs. Okay, in assimilation what happens? Actually the nutrients, whatever the nutrients which are collected by the small intestine, they will gradually will be delivered into each and every cell of our body. Then elimination or egestion, the removal of waste products or the solid phases. Okay, then accessory organs. Actually, we read about the alimentary canal, but there are also some organs which help in the alimentary canal or which help in the process of digestion. So, what are they? The first one is the salivary gland. However, salivary gland is not a part of the alimentary canal, but still it helps in the digestion, the 30% digestion of carbohydrate in the mouth. Okay, then liver, what it produces? It produces a liquid known as bile, which helps in the digestion of fats. Then gallbladder. It's a small bag-like structure which contains the bile juice for a temporary period. Then pancreas. Now, what is actually secreted by pancreas? That it is the trypsin, lipase, and amylase. Actually, the trypsin is used for the digestion of protein. Then lipase is used for the fat, and amylase for the carbohydrates. Okay. Thank you, students. Have a nice day. Please subscribe our channel.